Hey guys, how's it going? John Megacycle here with another episode of the Motley server. Get that, I already broke that, whatever. Anywho, I'm spending a little bit of quality time on my farm this morning. I haven't been here in a while, so a lot of the stuff that's ready for harvest has been here for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 dozen Minecraft days or something. So it's about time we start cleaning up the crops and trying to get stuff figured out. And just trying to collect some things, let it all grow fresh again. It's nice to see that when people are visiting, like the crops are growing, like it kind of has a feel of someone being here. And some of this stuff would be nice to have a little extra around. So I just wanted to collect a little bit of this stuff, get it a little trimmed up, and damn these force suits. Force punch is freaking ridiculous. In a great way. Don't get me wrong there. It's pretty freaking nuts. You could punch through steel or whatever. So yeah, that's about good for now. I don't need carrots or anything. So the farm has not changed since last we met. I've been doing a little bit of cleanup here, trying to get some of the items transferred over to the new base, and I am more than happy to show you that. So we're going to get some stuff figured out here. The only real difference here is I finally added a second book here, which will go directly to the treehouse, but we're going to walk there again. I've also removed the Sterling engines from here and I replaced it with a Tesseract. I think I'm going to start moving more of this hardware over to the new base. I haven't really decided yet, to be honest. I do like the barrels here, so I'm going to leave some items here. I think I cut everything down to around 50 stacks or 40 stacks, even though like I had 3 bins full of stone and 2 bins full of dirt, so that's good to at least get that cleaned up. Aside from that, my fishery back here, which I think is, yeah, I haven't used it in a while. But aside from that, not much here has changed, so just a quick walkthrough, give you guys an idea of what's going on. Not much structure has changed. Let's just take a quick look up top. This is always what's visually appealing to me. Look at that, nice and symmetrical, no problem. I don't know, maybe I'll add another smaller structure here. Maybe when Feed the Beast gets up to 1.6 Minecraft version and we have to deal with horses, and by have to deal, I mean awesome. Awesome, awesome. So we're going to just take a bit of a leap over here, back to where the new base is, and in the distance we've got now 2 egg. Get out of here, egg. We've got 2 of these beautiful redwood trees, which is really nice view once all these stupid chunks load. Thank you. A really nice view into the base. I'm hoping for a third one, but I'm not that far yet. That's the ultimate plan. So I think last time when I showed you guys my new base, it kind of stuck off right here. I didn't get very far. I think I showed you the floor and the tree. The tree isn't this close. The tree's a little bit further in, but I drew out all this wood to make it look like we built the base around the tree, leaving it where it is. And then the other tree's like right over here. Yeah, it's right here. So if we go a little farther this way, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make it look like our base formed around the trees, or the trees were, we didn't want to dump the trees here. This is part of the base. We're trying to live with nature here. Try to give it that kind of a feel. So I think this is all brand new for you guys. So we come down here, and I added a water feature. Kind of added more of the roots of the tree, trying to keep it kind of that way. That's kind of the look I want. And then, yeah, there were walls here. So this comes down, and welcome to my new base. So let's take this nice and slow, shall we? Let's walk at it from the distance as if we were just coming down the stairs. So water features everywhere, trying to keep it that sort of a thing. So we want the wood and water element here. We want the stone to be nice and chiseled, because humans are here, humans live here. This is our land that we're trying to work with and deal with, but we want to preserve what's there. We want to make sure that it's kept. So I just added some little water features here. I think it looks great. So first off, when you come down the stairs on the left, you have the Mistcraft room. And I'm just going to go ahead and come in here. These are all the tools necessary for Mistcraft. I did pull this out of the farm. We have our... I forget what these things are called, to be honest. You make them once and then you forget what they're called. But these are the 3 devices you need for Mistcraft. On these, what are these called? Pedestals? These aren't pedestals, doggone it. Hang on a second here. Lecterns and book stands. There we go. On these lecterns, I've got the major books. One goes to Sanctuary, one goes to the Farming Fiefdom, which is the old farmhouse, one goes to the Quarry World, because I finally got a quarry going on, and one goes to Spectral's Portal Hub, which I don't use very often. Right here I've also got more lecterns and more bookshelves to kind of add for area I wanted to add more books to. So it kind of has a nice feel, kind of a shelf feel. I was probably going to do half slabs and then put bookshelves on top, but I didn't think that looked all that great. But we'll see. I know all this water kind of makes it made Spectra a little nervous, considering the water can damage books, but this worked out real nice. I think it's got a nice feel to it. Again, sorry about that. Again, added the trees here for a bit of a perspective. Wanted to keep it so the tree was here. We left it alone, and that's kind of what's resembled in this room. So that's the Mistcraft room. Nothing too crazy, but it kind of has a nice feel to it. Kind of has a nice entrance, I think. This is just my miscellaneous whatnot. Have some tools and stuff in there. This portal goes right upstairs, where I have my advanced solar panels. I got cranking on these things like crazy. What do I have? I think 16? 6, 6, and 4 is totally 16. So that worked out nicely. Even with the redwoods, I flew all the way up, and this nice area was already here. I just had to cut like 3 or 4 leaves to get it down right to where I needed it. So those are suffering, and by suffering, I mean enjoying. They're enjoying full sunlight straight up, so that works out real nice. I kept everything real natural around here. I didn't do a whole lot of trimming. Everything's pretty much the way it is. So let's go back downstairs, finish up this tour. Let's keep going this way around the room clockwise. So here we've got a magma crucible, a liquid transposer, and an induction smelter. This was all required to get the Tesseract started. Now what you can see is I've got an item and an energy Tesseract. This one's energy, this one's item. The Tesseracts, if you're not familiar, they allow you to teleport items and energy and liquid in between them, so that way you don't have to carry them and you don't need pipes. So how this really works is Magma Crucible pulls liquid out of an item. The liquid transposer takes that liquid and puts it inside of an item, and then the induction smelter is used to merge metals together and the like. Master Codex, good gent. So I've got the Tesseracts now instead of the Stirling engines I was using before. So bed. Moving forward, let's just cut right across the room to the IC2 stuff. This is all the IC2 machines that I have at the moment. I believe it's everything, at least I'll need for most stuff. I'm sure I might be missing one. But we've got our mass fabricator, which is not hooked up, considering that eats up a ton of energy. We've got an extractor, macerator, recycler, compressor, yep, and 2 electric furnaces. I don't need to look at what that is. We also have a canning machine. Now, a canning machine is over here by itself because, long story short, it cannot accept the high voltage of the MFSU. It's a big ass battery is what it is. So in that mind, I've got 2 transformers to downscale it, a medium transformer and a low transformer, right into the canning machine. So that's that. Then what I have is I have 2 furnaces, real simple. These are actually generators, not furnaces. These generators fuel right into the MFSU. Now, actually that's missing a pipe. The MFSU is kind of akin to a bat box or an MFU, I believe is the other one for it. And I've got the solar panels hooked up coming down into here. They feed, since the low, if you see the little button in there, maybe it looks like a little nipple, I guess is how I'd explain it. Little nipple on the bottom. That's where the power comes out of. So that means it's powering all the IC2 machines, and it's powering this little behemoth over here. This thing, I'm pretty proud of. It took some misfires to get it working properly. Apparently the redstone conduit, which is the piping we're seeing here, the red piping, that stuff has been a little tricky to get figured out properly, but we got it all set. So let's take this from a bit of a higher perspective. So the cabling comes over here, goes up and around the back, and is on the backing of these electric generators. These electric generators just use the energy used by the solar panel or created by the solar panel, and they pump out MJ. So they go ahead and they pump out energy. That energy is then transferred down. I've got little banks of 8, and I got to give a real shout out here to Master Codex and definitely Spectral. Those two guys really helped me get this figured out, to get this working the way it does. I had all this stuff in a little corner and it was working good, or it was working well, but it wasn't up to snuff. So Master Codex helped me out a lot to get started with it, and then Spectral showed me how to use this conduit wire properly. So the red conduit wire goes into these red boxes. These are redstone energy cells, and they hold MJ. The MJ is then, when touching a Tesseract, easily distributable to the rest of my, let's call it an empire. Every other thing that has an electric Tesseract or an energy Tesseract touching it, will go ahead and suck energy out of these. I call them batteries. Battery is the wrong word. These are energy cells. But that's about all there is to it. And this, my friends, is an MC system. I just got started with it. I've got the basic componentry up right now. This is actually Master Codex's Tesseract when I was having problems with electricity. That's good. So this MC unit, or MEC terminal, oh goodness, all this language. This holds all your stuff electronically. What you can do is, when you put items into it, it holds the items electronically on drives. Think of them like hard drives. Just that simple. Not that big of a deal. But these can hold... put some wheat in their faces and make them squishy. That's my fun little way to explain offspring in this game. How do you make a mate? How do you make sheep make more sheep? Well, cram some wheat in their face and make them go squishy. So anyhow, this is all set up, and what's really nice about it is I have an energy tesseract here. The item tesseract is here, and this is receiving. It goes into a chest, and the chest feeds it right into the ME system. So we're going to go to my Quarry World, and I'll show you how this is all hooked up. Okay, this is our Quarry World. I kind of like it since it's all water. We don't have to deal with mobs. There's not really a whole lot can be spawned here, I don't think. But what I've got is my quarry system over here. Real simple, energy and item tesseract. The energy tesseract provides power. I have it off right now. And then the item tesseract sucks the items in from the quarry and shoots them back home. And that actually pumps it right into the ME system. I think I said it right that time. Which is great. So whenever I have enough power here, I'm still working on building more generators, but when I've got enough power into these redstone energy cells, I'll turn the quarry on and it'll run for a while, and then I'll have tons of new stuff. Let's check on something I know I was empty on. How about Certus quartz? Oh yeah, we got some stuff here. We could easily turn that into a couple more hard drives, since that is the primary element in all of this. It's like the powder for circuitry. Similar to, I guess you could say, like silicone and silica are used in circuit boards. This is kind of the same thing here. So that keeps that all busy for me, because once you get started with this, you really want more to get this all started, because this is the first step to automation. It's absolutely amazing. When you have your whole inventory here, you got a quick search bar. So let's say I want coal dust. I've got charcoal, coal, and coal dust, because it searches throughout the whole string, the whole word. So I don't have to go CHA for charcoal. This will search for any CHA or COA. So like CO is copper, cotton seeds is CO, conversion. See, this is redstone energy conduit. CO is in there, so it'll find it. Then what you could do is, let's say I want to make, I don't know, let's look at something simple here. How about a piston? Let's look up piston. Cool, that's what I want to make. So we're going to go back here, and we could say, yep, piston. And then we'll click on our question mark, and this will put the template here. So let's say I want planks. Oh, I don't have many planks. So let's work with oak. I know I've got a ton of that. Let's just dump that there. Pop out a stack. Get that up in the system. Let's just crank out 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Perfect, perfect. Now let's start from scratch. So, palanks. Oh yeah, planks, I was right. Boop, boop, boop. So planks, we need cobble. Boop, 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 boop. And we need iron. Bum-ba-dum. And redstone. Now, the neat thing about this is, under normal circumstances, I built enough for 1. There's enough items here for 1 piston. However, watch how the redstone number ticks. Every time I pull one out, it goes down, and the number of piston goes up. So what it's actually doing is it's pulling the inventory out of the system every time I click it. And then all you need to do is, if you want a whole stack, just shift click, and if you have enough in your inventory, you'll get a full stack. So let's go ahead and kick these up 1 more notch. Let's see if I've got any... This guy right here. Yes, sir. Stack of him in there. Let's actually get the template out of there. There it is. Slime ball. Yes, sir. I need 1 of you. And I'll need a piston. Let's get a stack of these guys. And then just chuck it right back into the system. Yeah, no problem. No problem. So you can easily work with a bunch of stuff here. You can quickly make, upgrade. You can do whatever you want here, and you can check your whole inventory system. See, do I have any solar panels? I totally do. And then you can, I mean, this is sortable. It's easy to find stuff. So yeah, really, really neat way to level up the game is working with this ME system. So that's pretty fancy. Then yeah, up here, as I said before, I've got this design. These electrical engines really keep everything running nicely. No complaints so far. I've been trying to keep it as artsy as possible, considering, like I mentioned before, I'm trying to keep this more creative. So this has been a really nice outlet for me to get started. Outlet for creativity, Minecraft? Yeah, I'd certainly say so. Video games certainly have come into their own as an art form, so I've got no argument there. So aside from that, this is a really nice view if you're coming up to it at night. So we're just going to quick get out of here. Oop, missed it. Just go back a little bit. Now what I was going to do is I was going to baselit the trees just right at the base up to maybe here, and light it up so there's maybe rings going up or something. Maybe something to make it look a little more jazzy. Until then, hi. I don't care what anyone says, you look like a duck. Wah. Wah, wah, wah. Anywho, so thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, there we go. There's a nice view. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this up here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If there's anything particular you'd like me to try, since I'm very new to Feed the Beast, we've only been playing for about maybe a month and a week now. I'd love to hear some comments or any suggestions, that sort of a thing. But until then, I'm gonna catch you later. Ah, so relaxing.